Hey dads, got another great video I want to share with you today. And today's topic is saving money and time eating healthy. Now, what dad doesn't want to save money and time, while they're eating healthy? So, the first thing I want to talk about is it allows you to eat less. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, healthy foods are filling. So, when I say healthy foods like meat, eggs, cheese, butter, what else? Some vegetables, and but these foods right here, they allow you to stay satiated and you don't have to eat as often. A lot of they don't have a lot of profit margin, so a lot of the foods that have things in them that make you want to eat more and you crave them more are the foods that don't give you health and that would make you eat more often. And so basically, what I'm saying is you're not going to have to purchase as much food, and that's going to save you. It'll save you time and money because if you're not having to eat as often, then you don't even have to worry about spending the time to do that, and then you don't have to spend the money to keep buying foods that don't satiate your appetite. Number two, more energy. Now, what dad cannot use more energy? I mean, we are. I look at my children, my 2 year old and my 4 year old, and they are just full of energy, and I'm like, can I get some of that energy, to, use? So, us dads, we definitely can use more energy. There's a lot going on, a lot we need to do. And so by eating healthier and putting good quality food in your body, you're going to have more energy. And by not having those blood sugar crashes and then optimizing your metabolism through the, eating quality food. Number three, less trips to the doctor. Now, what's that about? Well, if you're eating healthier and you're putting good quality food and nutrients in your body, you're not going to need the doctor as often. And, even if you aren't um, needing to go to the doctor now and you haven't optimized your health, it's in your near future. Okay. But you don't want it in your near future. You want it when you're 90 that you may have to go, but you're still living a good quality of life even in your older age. And you can do that. You don't need to um, be going to the doctor for your health when you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s. You should be taking care of your family, serving your family, and enjoying your life. And that's why you're you're doing you're getting this help now to help optimize your health so that you can spend your time and your money on serving your family and your community. And I want to point, as a nurse, you know, you want to, I would highly recommend staying out of the doctor's office and the hospital. I work in the hospital. It's not a place for health, basically. You want to stay out of there as much as possible. Number four, less sick days. So if you are, um, by having less sick days, you're instead of staying home and not getting anything done because you're not feeling good, you can take those sick days to maybe serve your family or serve one of your parents or use it for something else besides not feeling well yourself. I mean, who wants to spend your sick days that way? Use it for if you're having a new child, another child, or something like that. Use it in other ways instead of being at home sick yourself. And then use it on your life instead of so that's going to save you more time, more money, just not having to use your sick days because you're sick. You can use it for other reasons. And then less noise. Now, what do I mean by less noise? Well, what I mean by that is when you go to the grocery store, I only look at about 20% of the products. Because I know that 80% of the foods in there are not going to serve me or my family. I do the grocery shopping, so it's, and so when I go in there, I'm only looking at 20% of the stuff. So if, I look at the outer perimeter, and if something's on sale, I look at that, but I'm not sitting there trying to look at everything in there. So I can get in the grocery store and get out quick. And that's what busy dads need, is they need to get in and get out and be able to get healthy food, let it be easy, and optimize their time. So less noise, less stuff, less distractions to look at. Minimize eating out. So that's definitely based, that can save you time and money. Of course, it's pretty self explanatory on the money. Um, through the last 2 years, the price of restaurants has really risen. These businesses have struggled to make ends meet. And, when you go there, you're having to pay for that building, you're having to pay for the server, if you want to do that every now and then, I think that's perfectly fine. Get some a steak and some vegetables, or get an omelet, things like that. Those will help you optimize your weight loss. But doing that every now and then is perfectly fine. But generally, if you do it every day, it's going to add up. And that's going to cost you more money than if you were eating at home. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Now, as far as time, it takes a lot of time to, dress up. You could do it while you're out, but you could dress up, go order off the menu, wait for them to bring your food, and then wait for them to bring your check, eat it, So, and then, come back home. But having meals planned ahead of time, and I'm getting ready to do a video on 6 steps to successful meal prepping. And, if you have your meal already ready, you can just grab and go. That works great for your life and for your work. So it's just making, having healthy food easy, and making it convenient. But generally, eating healthy can save you a lot of money and a lot of time. I've been doing it for 10 years and it definitely works. It's just a change, and change is hard. And so I definitely recommend that you try it out and just look at the cost and savings time, amounts, and then let me know in the comments below how it worked for you. Or did I miss something? I'm sure I've missed something, or some way that you're eating healthier and it's saving you time and money. Let me know in the comments below. And so until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day, dads.